To be honest, I think COVID was particularly difficult for AASCF being an event management company. I think at the end of the day, what we did was we kept our engagement with the community, made sure the community was fine, because that's the most important thing at the end of the day. All the gym owners, all the athletes, and all the clubs, all the programs around, and try to put on as many events as we could. Obviously quite difficult whenever there was an opportunity to put an event up in another state or so. We tried very hard to do that, and obviously switching between live and virtual, or like a hybrid of both. But I would say overall it was difficult, but as the company always does, try and find the best possible solution for any situation that we're in. I guess as a staff member, the most difficult thing was probably not being able to see a lot of the people that we usually see when we do travel and do competitions. For example, all the gym owners, all the coaches, all the athletes. You know, that's something that's definitely a highlight of our jobs, just seeing everyone, seeing the community competing, happy together, and just being in the same space together. It really is a great feeling. So that's something that was very difficult, I think, for a lot of the staff, because I feel like we thrive on that. Another thing is also the fact that a lot of our jobs was working from home, very long periods of just inactivity, and then all of a sudden very, very busy in the space of like 2 weeks, because, you know, we'd have a comp and all these things need to be done, especially if it was virtual. But that's pretty much what it was. So it was just not a lot of work, and then all of a sudden a lot, and then not a lot of work, and all of a sudden a lot. But you know, you have to adapt and you have to do what you got to do. You know, we're so used to having live competitions, and it is such a shame that we couldn't do it because of the circumstances that we're in. But I guess the virtual competitions in a way force the staff to really upskill themselves, to have to learn more skills in order to get these virtual competitions done. But in a way, it also showed how resilient and hardworking the community is, and how everyone just came together to really make everything happen. And I think that's really a true representation of the cheerleading within Australia, is that despite everything that's happened, and despite that fact that virtual events aren't what we are used to, it's great to see the community really rally behind each other and really rally around us as well to do whatever it takes and really make it happen. So that was really, really good to see, and I think that was a big highlight of all the virtual events. I guess what I would say to the gyms are, like all things, this too shall pass. You know, all things will come to an end. So I truly believe that the circumstances we're in now will disappear, and it's just a matter of time. So I think holding on to that hope is great, and I think that's definitely a positive thing, but it's also it's good to have that optimistic long-term view as well. And a positive thing is the fact that if you look at all the growth that gyms and clubs have had, not necessarily through training, but just the mental aspect of being so resilient and being so determined to get back to where they were, and all of that mental growth through this entire period is something that will serve them really well when things do come back. And I think if we're able to survive this, you're able to kind of get through anything. So I think that's the positives that I would take away from this entire circumstance.